Let's do this.
Let's do this.
The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life Barbecue. Gather around the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Messy Mike. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, where we talk barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. As always, I am joined by Messy Mike today via possibly a Hawaiian tropical island.
You like that?
That is nice. Look at you. Where's the coconut and the umbrella and a couple hula girls? Let's get this party started.
No, I should have really played with it. But, you know, with everything that's going on, figure, why not?
Nice. You know? How'd they allow you on a plane with all this stuff going on? You can leave the country.
Secretly.
Oh, attaboy. Oh, yep. PJ in it. Oh, private jet. I see how you roll. Yeah. Nice.
So, what's going on?
Nothing. How you holding up?
Oh, not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah. Kind of sucks. It's getting a little old fast.
Oh, yeah.
But,
for sure.
We're doing what we're doing. And,
uh-oh.
Yep.
Guess what? Guess what, everybody?
Oh, you can even hear that, huh?
The phone rang in the middle of the show. Mike owes everyone a beer.
Yep. Yeah, the good thing is I got a nice dehydrator coming to me, so.
Oh, yes, you were telling me about that yesterday.
Yeah, it's a 10 shelf dehydrator from a company called Meat. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully start making some beef jerky soon.
Nice, because we know you got some time on your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is getting rough. This is getting old real quick.
Yeah.
This whole staying home. You know, luckily, you know, I still got to go in every day, but man, some of the calls I'm taking there, it's like my mailman doesn't have gloves on. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. We're not mandated to wear them.
Yeah.
You know, we can hold your mail for you if you want. If you don't want it, we'll hold it till this is all over.
Yeah.
But we can't make them wear the glove or the mask or two gloves, whatever. Some of them might do the old Michael Jackson style, but hey, to each his own.
100%.
Dave, is Mike recording from his bathroom?
The dentist's office.
All right. You got anything else you want to add? Or you want to get into this?
Let's get into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us today, all the way from Chicago, Illinois, of the rubs and sauces you might know of Pork Mafia, the one and only, Phil Wingo. Phil, can you hear us, brother?
Awesome to be here.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, man.
No problem. Thank you guys for asking.
So, Phil, I always start off by asking our guests, how did your barbecue journey start? So how did you grow up with it, with relatives, or, how'd you get into the barbecue world?
I got into barbecuing. I was always cooking in the backyard. Ended up changing professions from construction work to catering, and kind of just rolled into barbecue and getting involved in the food industry. I got into catering through tailgate parties, through football games, baseball games, taking people to some events and cooking for them.
Oh, nice. So actually, with the football, we already know that answer. Bear down. But we'll go baseball. We White Sox or we the Cubbies?
I am White Sox, South Side.
Attaboy.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, you do a lot of tailgating for football games.
So that used to be my main business for a little while. My dad had rented motorhomes, and we had 10 motorhomes that we would rent out. And as it developed, guys would say, hey, we need a driver or we need food. So it kind of just rolled into a catering business through doing that. And as a catering developed, of course, I got into a couple of barbecue contests. Got fortunate enough to not win grand championship of Pacific contest, but first place in a couple categories as we went through the years, and loved doing contests. But contests has took a kind of turn. Got to be where everybody was doing it, and everybody's got their own sauce and rub. So I kind of looked at it as after a few years, too many things got into barbecue contests. So I kind of broke away from the contests. I still love doing contests, but just don't get out there as often.
Nice. Now, how did you get into the sauces and rubs? I mean, you started.
So in 2013, I had a partner who was a research and development chef, and he'd asked me to start a business. And so right away we had 11 restaurant customers. And then a year into it, he said, hey, I want to buy you out. And he ended up never giving me any money and kind of jerked me around. And I went to every customer at that point and said, hey, I'm starting over. Let's just keep going forward. So I had all of them come back with me except one. And that guy now is out of business. He had 3 restaurants at the time and now is closed. So for me, it was just a little bit of karma coming back. But we now service about 40 restaurants with their rubs or our rubs. We do custom rubs. It's not all of it selling our recipes. We will do a custom recipe.
Now, are you developing the recipes yourself?
So we develop the recipes. If the restaurant doesn't have their own, we'll get a sample of what they're using. A lot of them don't even know what they're using. They'll just say, oh, this is what we buy from Cisco or US Foods. But a lot of them don't like it, so they'll tell me what they want to add to make it better, to make it their own. And I'll have the lab make a sample for them, let them test it, and then tell me what they want to change in percentages. Like I want 20% more garlic or 30% more pepper. So we'll just adjust that till we get it to where they want it. And once they say they like it, then I can price it out.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, Phil, do you, I also love asking this question with the guys who make their own stuff. Are you like a mad scientist on the weekends and the evenings on your, coming up with stuff? Or do you have like a base flavor profile you start with and then, move up or down depending on where you want to go with an idea?
Depending on where we're going with it. Like one of my new seasonings is the Pork Mafia, which is a Mexican skirt steak seasoning. It's not spicy itself, but it has that deep sriracha flavor. And if you want some spice, you just add some jalapenos to it.
Now, do you do like a straight jalapeno powder, or how do you get into that? So there is
those powders, and all those things can be thrown in on any of them. The main thing is if people's trying to do their seasoning is have somewhere to sell it before you start thinking you're going to sell it. Because it's sad to say 60% of the time guys want to do it, and then can't sell their product just because they're not a salesman.
Right. Now, what's the minimum batch that you require?
For ours, it's 4 cases. Of course, it's a volume type business. So 4 cases, 8 cases, 12 cases. A pallet load is 40 cases. Of course, is where you're going to get your best price.
Yep. Okay. Nice. And what are you're doing? You're doing bulk. You're doing 5-pound bags. You're doing.
On my own flavors, I do 10-pound bags, so 40-pound case, 4 bags in a case.
Yep.
A lot of places just do 50 pounds in one big bag. In New York, one of my customers is Pig Beach Barbecue. So they're one of the New York area restaurants that I service.
Nice. And I see, so looking at, your Facebook stuff and seeing you driving, are you doing a lot of those deliveries yourself, or are you like just going to see customers?
In the Great Lakes area, I will deliver most of those items myself. I'm starting to get a lot of customers over in Detroit. So I've been heading over there at least once a month, taking products back and forth. I also have started selling coffee through a distributor in Detroit. It's where I get my coffee. So whenever I go there, I usually take some seasonings and I'm bringing coffee back.
Nice.
Now, I did see a post from you I think it was this morning. It was definitely today. You're making Pork Mafia masks.
Yes, I don't have one yet, but we got our mask ready for when it's becoming mandatory, is what I hear it's coming to. So we figured we'd get ahead of the game and already get them. So one of our restaurants that we service, his other business is apparel. So he jumped on this Monday, started making these masks, and he's just hooked on the ears. So we got them up on our website now, and we'll see. Maybe I have to order more already.
Is that Greg with the Culinary Chicago, Chicago Kitchen?
Yes.
Nice. Nice side business.
Yes. Well, that's his main business. So, but
yes.
The food was their secondary. But they're great. They're great people over there.
Yeah, we had them on the show a couple episodes ago. Now, with everything that's going on, like, how's that affecting you? Are you doing stuff? Are you just, kind of developing new products right now?
So most of our restaurants, we're doing takeout. I think I only had 2 restaurants closed, but to give you an idea how much it slowed down, one customer, I was delivering 4 cases of seasoning a week, and he's down to 4 cases a month. So it has dropped considerably. We are keeping busy with some website sales. That seems to be boosting right now with everybody cooking at home.
Nice. And I see also online and through your posts, you go around the world. I mean, you've been to Israel. I mean, you've been overseas. I mean, what are you doing? Are they hiring you to teach? Explain what goes on over there.
So a lot of the European stuff, first off, I went to Sweden, my first place in Europe. Great couple over there invited us to come over, teach a class before their barbecue contest. Ended up getting some products made there. So I have 3 flavors there, my Texas, Memphis, and Louisiana. I have made it with a company in Europe and is in several stores there. So I have manufactured the 3, as I call, American barbecue flavors, already there. And so they're manufactured in Finland. So after Sweden, I went to Finland for 2 years, got hired to teach class there, and that went real well. Went back to Finland twice, and then even got to...
Phil, you there?
And like I said, Israel, Lithuania. Israel, the customer there owns a winery, and they have a big barbecue smoker on a trailer, and they cook on Fridays only. And it was pretty good stuff over there. It's a good time.
Oh, that's cool, because that's got to be a hell of an experience. Like you said, Sweden and everywhere. Not necessarily really known for barbecue, but just to take in everything, the culture and everything, and teaching the barbecue to everybody.
Yep. So a lot of places, sometimes when I'm in that, especially the Netherlands, that's where my trips have been, near Amsterdam area. We've got a few stores in the outlying area of Amsterdam that sell our products. So we'll go to those stores and do a little demo one day and teach a class with using our products.
Nice. Now, what type of meats are they like? Are you smoking over there? You're doing roughly the same types, pork butts, briskets, or are you doing their cuisine or their type of meats?
I didn't hear you there. I had a phone call coming in. I cleared it.
What's popular to smoke over there? You're doing pork butts, briskets, ribs, or are you doing other types of maybe?
They have KCBS there as well, and the steak SCA there. So a lot of guys are cooking steaks now. The whole culture there seems to be a little bit I won't say it's bigger or as big as here, but it just seems like everybody is interested in cooking in the backyard. They have some different cuts. They have a lot of the South American cuts like the picanha, and a lot of beef there. I've even had horse there as well.
Oh, how does it taste?
You'd probably never guess it if somebody didn't tell you, but once they tell you, you kind of get that little different feel of it. But I thought it was delicious. I had a great horse steak.
Horse steak. Okay.
That's different.
That is for sure different.
Yeah.
It was a little different, but it's very, very enjoyable. And everywhere I've went, people have been nothing but hospitable. Really enjoy getting to travel. As I say, barbecue's been very, very good to me.
Yeah, I can't ever say I've had horse. I know there's been a few horses I would have loved to carve up on Kentucky Derby Day that did me wrong, but so is the life, I suppose.
Right.
All right. Phil, hang on 1 second. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey, Mike, try to turn that volume down a little bit more.
Attention cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract, but you won't because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
And we are back. Hey, Mike, say something.
Is that better?
So far.
Is that better?
You have this, like I said, it's almost like that flatline whining sound.
I turned down my actual speaker audio, and I turned up the mic audio a little bit.
Yeah, so far, right now, it's absolutely silent. It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Now, Phil, what would you say your most popular rub is to this date?
My most popular rub is Memphis Mud.
Ooh.
Now, would you consider that like your AP out of your line?
So people ask me sometimes if I was to only get to have one rub, what would it be? I would go with my Louisiana rub. It's more of an all-purpose rub than this one, but I do use Memphis Mud on just about everything.
I'm sorry, Phil. I'm not laughing at you. Hey, Mike. Mike C says you need a Hugh Hefner robe.
Next show.
And also, Phil, we do have a question or comment for you in the chat.
Yeah.
From our good friend Steve Coddington.
Hey.
Can you tell us about the camel?
The camel?
The
Camel?
The camel.
Camel.
Camel like a hump or camel like camouflage?
Hump. Riding
Camouflage?
camels.
No,
Yeah,
the audience wanted to know about the camel, as in the horse-like creature from from northern Africa that the indigenous people would ride around on their humps.
Look at the big brain on you.
It's not that big.
Not ringing a bell?
No.
Bubba stumped you?
Bubba.
He stumped me.
Now he said Memphis steak. Camel steak? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, you got us on that one, Bubba. But yeah, okay, Phil, we were talking about the Memphis Mud. You had already hit on the bistec seasoning.
Yep.
You got a few other here, and they sound phenomenal. So what it was behind the Greek Mafia?
So the Greek Mafia is a Greek seasoning salt for the most part. I first called it Low Country, and I changed the name after about a year because I wanted to come out with a boil seasoning. I wanted to call Low Country. So I figured, well, let's just call it what it is. It's Greek, so why not call it the Greek Mafia?
Nice. Now, what? Obviously, if you're going to have something Greek, it's got to be killer with lamb.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I actually use it about every day. It's probably the most used seasoning that I have now. I start it in the morning with, I have gravy or eggs. I always put a little bit of that Greek in it. It just seems to work on everything.
So,
I have some guys even using it as a base coat on their briskets now.
Okay, like would it have a how do you pronounce it? Is it the tzatziki sauce? Did it have like that dill?
So there's no dill in it. No, so it does have a little bit of herbiness to it.
Okay.
And a little bit of like a lemon at the end.
Sounds delicious.
That does sound great. You know, lamb, even chicken, or even a turkey. Poultry. That would be phenomenal with.
Yes, really good on chicken.
Oh, excellent. Then we hit the Memphis Mud. I'm always a big fan of the heat myself. So you also have a Louisiana Bayou.
So the Louisiana Bayou is a great all-purpose rub. It does have a little bit of heat. But there again, it's really good on everything. The ribs, the pork butt. One of the really things that I like to have it on is salmon. That it's great on salmon.
Ooh. Now, does the heat level go down a little bit after cooking, or does the heat
lightly?
Nice. Now, what's your dipping sauce? Is it a barbecue sauce? Is it a
So I called it dipping sauce just to be different, but it is just a barbecue sauce. Memphis Mud spice is the only spice in that sauce. There again, I just wanted it to be different instead of calling it a regular barbecue sauce. It's slightly sweet and vinegary.
Oh, nice. All right, nice. See, I'm a big fan. I love the vinegary sauces.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the tartness, the tang to it. Obviously some sauces can be very sweet, almost too sweet, overpowering.
But then that tang kicks in, and that for me, I like the tang.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way.
Yep. Now, so Pork Mafia, you've done rubs, you do sauces, you do apparel, masks. But you also do, restaurant consulting. You're still doing that. You're still going to be doing catering and vending classes as well.
So the only classes I've really taught in the States is at culinary institutes. One in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I've taught at. The last one I did was in Louisiana at Nichols State Culinary Department. Those are always fun because the culinary students really don't get anything on barbecue. So when you get to talk to a group of students that is wanting to learn, it makes it a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, a kid who I have, Vinny, who I have, working with me. He actually is, right now, nothing, but he's graduating from the Culinary Institute of America. And,
nice.
Again, just a cook, chef, and, but before this happened, he was doing his internship at Hometown Barbecue.
Yes.
So, that's a pretty good gig right there.
Good school at CIA.
Yep. Now, are you going to be doing anything online? Are you going to, kind of do any teaching or demonstration or, just with all this going on?
So there is a lot of it. I see a lot of chefs doing it. It all looks great. I did have a little conversation with one of my top chef friends from Philadelphia. Said maybe we would get something going next month. So we'll see. Maybe something online will work out.
Nice, definitely. That would be awesome.
Nice. Well, Mike, I can't believe we haven't even hit it yet. How did you come up with, or is there a story behind the name Pork Mafia?
Yeah,
because I just love that name.
Good question.
So I first got into wanting to cater whole pigs. So I went to South Carolina to my friend Jack Waver's class 10 or 20 years ago, maybe now, I think it was, and was really interested in whole pigs, and came back to Chicago, started catering whole pigs, and got asked to help cook a pig at a friend of mine's bar up near Wrigley. So as it was getting close to being done, we were all 4 or 5 of us sitting around, and some guy walked up and snapped a picture and said, "Man, you guys look like the Pork Mafia." So I said, "Well, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to use it."
Oh yeah, because that's a great name. I think anything you can throw mafia on at the end of it, it works. It
sounds cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
now when you do pigs, do you how do you prefer? Do you prefer line them on the back,
the best
or
way to cook them is on their back? I mean, for contests and for show, of course, running style. Everybody likes to see the shiny skin and so forth, and the head. But I think for the flavor, the best is just leave it thing on its back, and it kind of acts like a big bowl at the time, and you can just get it all mixed up. I end up just pulling the bones out, mixing it all up, throw a little more rub on it, and that's the best eating right there.
Oh, nice.
Now, are you smoking those in a DW, CTO DW?
So I no longer have the DW. Right now I have an Alvaron style cooker, which is wood or propane. Okay. And they cook pigs pretty damn good. You can kind of just turn it up when you need to and turn it down when you don't need it. So I actually like cooking like a 150-pound pig, and I don't mind it taking 20 hours or so. I like to cook them pretty low.
Nice. Did you have any possible public secrets on the whole hog cooking, or you see a lot of guys like packing the tenderloin with sausage, or throwing a brisket underneath it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great idea to add a little more flavor. But for me, it's I actually don't even like cooking pork butts no more. I'd rather just have a whole pig. If I'm going to have pork, I want whole pig style, whole hog. I'm missing Memphis in May.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
They're all. I know Memphis in May is canceled. Mike, didn't you say they canceled or they were talking about canceling the Royal?
Well, the sauce competition for the Royal got moved out, so they're still doing it, but that got postponed. The Royal, I believe that got postponed for later in the year, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, in Memphis in May, it's supposed to be like the last weekend in September now.
Yeah, and they're probably all going to go that route in the fall.
Nice. What else we have? We got your steak and burger seasoning, and then the Texas Gold.
Texas Gold is another one. So that's like my second best seller. I actually like mixing the Memphis and Texas together a little bit, and it's a mustard base. So I went with the mustard base on that because the old school Texas brisket guys would slather, and a lot of people still slather with mustard and then put the rub on. So with this rub, you actually don't have to slather. I already got the mustard in the rub. And then, of course, salt, black pepper, little ancho chili is in that one just to balance it out. But it worked pretty damn good.
Ben, you're going to learn. Whenever they have anything with a little spice to it, piques my interest.
I just like how tickled you got with that. Ooh.
I like spice. What do you want from me?
No.
Go back and watch the Coco Loco challenge. That was too much spice.
Now, when you say it's got mustard in it, just mustard powder, or is it dehydrated mustard?
So it is mustard powder.
Okay.
that is the base of it.
Huh, that's interesting.
Nice. Steve Coddington, Memphis and May, they moved till October.
Okay, October.
And
Now you're still going out and so the first time that I met you was at an MBBQ event.
I haven't been in a couple of years. I just ended up a lot of times that's been when I was going overseas. It was around that same time.
Mm-hmm.
So if it happens, I know it was going to be in Louisville this year and got canceled. Yeah. But if it works out, yeah, I'd love to go back.
Now, are you going to try and go to some of the Memphis and May or some of the comps just to
definitely? So the Memphis and May, I cook with the Pig Beach restaurant guys. So that's the base of our team is from New York, and we cook under the Salty Rinse Barbecue.
Okay, nice. And you're part of the. You also cook for the what is it? The it's in New York, the Big Apple Pig.
So I've been at the Big Apple.
Okay.
I went there for Pappy's out of St. Louis. I was with them 1 year. It's a great event too. Hopefully they get to do that again.
Yeah, it looks like a good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully they just start doing a lot of stuff again.
Definitely. I heard somebody say cabin fever set, but today outside it's about near 80 degrees here, so cabin fever is hitting here also.
Oh wow, it's beautiful over there. Now, so what do you got for a smoker when you're doing whole backyard stuff?
So backyard, I got an egg, and I have a drum. I really like cooking on drums. Drums is probably my favorite thing to cook on in the backyard. You could just cook anything on a drum.
Now, do you hang or do you just put them on the racks or both?
On the drum, I use both racks, and on the egg, I just have the one at a lid level. There's no double racks in the egg.
all right. Phil, I got one last question for you.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
How did the goatee come about? And has it become your trademark, so to speak?
So when I stopped, I was into construction, and when I got out of construction, I kind of just said this was my effort,
Nice. I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, and I had it trimmed. I went to Louisiana to a friend's barber shop a couple years ago, and he cut half of it off. I'm like, oh no.
Oh. See, I've tried to do. I'd love to have a little extra, but after a certain length, it just drives me crazy.
Yeah, and I recently stopped shaving my lips, so the hair's starting to grow there. It's driving me nuts right now.
Because that's what it gets. I get the little pieces in the corner, and I sit here with my tongue out the side of my mouth like a fool all day long, and not even know it either. They're like, "What the hell are you doing?" I got a long one. I missed one, and just sitting there like a jackass with my trying to look like the Rolling Stones logo or something. Well, Phil.
Oh.
Just getting home, so I switched locations.
Nice. So where can everybody find you social media wise, websites, and I would say any upcoming events, but they've
so website is porkmafia.us, and the Facebook page is the same. On Instagram, if you look up Pork Mafia Boss or Phil Wingo, you should find me.
Awesome. Any new products in the works, or?
So I definitely want to get a boil seasoning.
Ooh.
That's something that I'm getting into the boiling. I got into those as I started going to Louisiana and South Carolina doing the boucheries. The boucherie is actually where we would do the whole pig, where it's processed, butchered, cooked, and eaten all in the same.
Wow, that must be excellent. I don't know if I could watch the butchery part. But everything else sounds excellent.
That's actually why I started getting into those, is because I wanted to know exactly where my food was coming from, and there's nothing like seeing it happen right in front of you.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Now, what the hell are you talking about, Mike? Didn't you take a butchering class?
I did, but the pig was already killed. So the pig was already dead, and then they cut the pig in half lengthwise, and that's how they teach you and show you all the different cuts and parts of it.
Okay, can I?
If it was running around and I had to name it and stuff. That would be tough.
First off, don't name nothing, and the second off, always follow this rule: you can't grill it till you kill it.
Amen.
Well, Phil, thank you so much for taking the time out to join us.
No problem.
It's very much appreciated.
So much,
Thank you, guys.
For 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday is a little tough for some people. So seriously, thank you so much for taking some time out to talk to us and introducing people.
Rubs and sauces.
For sure, introducing people to who didn't know of Pork Mafia. Hopefully they'll found some interest in it and give it all a shot because it sounds absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Phil.
So, buddy, you got anything?
I'm good.
Nice.
Days are just dragging. It's like Groundhog Day.
Oh my God, it is getting ridiculous. But you're staying safe out there. I'm doing whatever I can. I got to go home and get the. He's already home. do the old the new routine of straight into the shower and all this. But hey, we got to do what we got to do to stay safe on this one. But next week, folks, our good friend Ray Sheehan of Barbecue Buddha is going to be joining us on next Tuesday, April 14th. And it is also the release date of his new cookbook. And, Boomer! Of course, he doesn't say a damn word. I'll pull in the driveway and Boomer starts barking his head off. Now I'm staring at him on the screen and nothing.
Yeah, so next week, Ray Sheehan, the new cookbook. They'll definitely be asking him about some recipes in there. And
yeah, I know. We've done a couple teaser posts with a few of the pictures, and couldn't get into the recipes part because of obviously the book isn't out. But did a few teaser pics on that, so go check that out. You can still pre-order.
And he had Tyler Florence give him a shout out the other day.
Yes, he did. I saw that.
That's pretty good accolade.
And also Ray had said we are going to be doing next week not one but 2 giveaways. So 2 lucky winners next week. One winner will receive a copy of the cookbook, and the second winner is going to receive both of Ray's sauces.
Oh, nice.
So we'll figure out a way to do that in the chat. We might do the old number trick.
Nice.
Screenshot my screen where the chat starts, and first person to throw a certain number out there wins the book. But we'll figure it out.
And I want to wish my mother and father happy anniversary.
Oh, my buddy Frank!
Snuck it in.
Absolutely. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary, guys. Congratulations. How many years there, buddy? Really?
What?
Really? How dare you, sir?
Oh, if you ask my sister, she wouldn't know either.
I'll guarantee Michelle would know. You would. Oh, you're gonna get a call from Frank. You're gonna get a call from Frank.
TV.
Frank, if he was here, I'd give him a smack on the back of the head for that one. But, all right, buddy. You stay safe over there, pal.
You too.
I'm doing my best. All right, folks. That's it for this week. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever podcasts are found. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll be every time we upload a new episode, you'll get the notification, and you have all our episodes right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram at Pit Life BBQ. Questions or comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, folks, please subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. You know, we're still hitting it live, still trying to, very important to bring some normalcy to everybody. So, did you just stick your eye up to the camera?
47 years.
47 years, good Lord. Your mother is a saint, if I know my buddy Frank. Frank has a little wild side. I think that's why me and him get along so good.
So 47 years. Wow.
Nice. All right, folks, stay safe out there. Be smart about it. And till next week, keep that smoke rolling.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.